Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, your trusted source for the latest updates, real insights, and breaking news about the Iraqi currency and global finance. Today's headline is absolutely massive. After 20 years, Iraqi Dinar RV finally approved. Huge breakthrough ahead! This could be one of the most important updates we've covered in years. So stay tuned and watch closely till the end. What if I told you that after 2 decades of speculation, waiting, and countless rumors, the long-anticipated Iraqi dinar revaluation might finally be within reach? That's right. The revaluation that millions around the world have been waiting for could finally be set in motion. This is not just another headline. This could mark the beginning of a new chapter for Iraq's economy and everyone who believed in this currency's potential. For more than 20 years, the Iraqi Dinar RV has been one of the most talked-about financial stories on the planet. Investors, economists, and everyday people have been waiting, watching, and wondering when the breakthrough would come. And now new reports and confirmed updates are pointing to something big, something that could change the game. If you've been holding Iraqi dinars or even just following this story, you'll want to hear what's happening right now. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive deep into what could be the most significant development in Iraq's financial history. But before we unpack the latest, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what this RV, or revaluation, actually means. In simple terms, a currency revaluation is when a country increases the value of its currency compared to others, like the US dollar. For years, the Iraqi dinar has traded at extremely low rates. We're talking thousands of dinars to equal just $1. But with a revaluation, that ratio could change drastically. Imagine buying a stock for $1 and seeing it jump to 10. That's the kind of impact a successful RV could have. So why has this moment taken so long to arrive? The answer lies in Iraq's history. Over the past 2 decades, Iraq has faced wars, political turbulence, rebuilding challenges, and major economic reforms. Each of these factors slowed down progress. But recently, we've seen a shift, a genuine, noticeable improvement in the country's political and financial stability. Iraq has been rebuilding not just its infrastructure, but its economic foundation. Oil production has surged, and since oil is Iraq's main source of income, that's a big deal. The political environment has calmed significantly, and the government has been aligning itself with international banking and trade standards. These are all key signs of readiness for a revaluation. Now let's get into what's making headlines. According to new reports and insider confirmations, Iraq has achieved major progress in critical areas that could finally pave the way for the RV. The first is removing restrictions on currency trading, allowing for freer movement and exchange of dinars. The second is implementing advanced banking reforms to meet international compliance standards. Third, Iraq has been closely collaborating with the IMF and World Bank to secure economic reforms that encourage global trust. Another major development involves Iraq's new trade agreements with neighboring countries. For the first time in years, several nations have begun accepting transactions directly in Iraqi dinars instead of US dollars. That's a huge confidence boost and a sign that the dinar is gaining recognition as a legitimate regional currency. Oil, as always, remains central to this story. Iraq holds some of the largest oil reserves in the world, and with production increasing steadily and prices holding strong, the country now has the financial backing to support a stronger national currency. Oil is power, and in Iraq's case, it's also credibility on the global stage. So why now? Why after 20 long years? Because everything that needed to be built, from government systems to banking infrastructure, is finally in place. Think of it like constructing a skyscraper. You can't rush the foundation. Iraq spent 2 decades laying down that base, brick by brick, to make sure its economy could sustain a higher-valued currency without collapsing under pressure. It's worth noting that currency revaluations are complex operations. We've seen examples before, like Kuwait, which revalued its dinar after the Gulf War. It took years of coordination between banks, regulators, and international partners. Iraq's process is similar, but on a far grander scale, given its unique challenges and global importance. Now, if you're holding Iraqi dinars or thinking about investing, this is where things get interesting. While there's no official date or rate confirmed yet, the indicators suggest that Iraq is closer than ever before. Some analysts believe the new value could align with other Middle Eastern currencies, while others predict a more gradual increase spread out over time. Either way, the pieces are lining up in a way we haven't seen before. But let's keep things real. There are always risks. Currency investments are speculative by nature, and no one can guarantee results. What's important is staying informed, not getting swept up in hype, and watching for real signs of progress. Speaking of signs, here's what you should be watching for: official announcements from the Central Bank of Iraq, changes in the currency auction systems, reports of international banking integration, and updates on oil revenues. These are the real indicators of whether a revaluation is truly on the horizon. At the same time, be careful about misinformation online. There are countless voices claiming to have inside intel or promising specific dates and rates. The truth is, no one outside the Iraqi government and central bank knows the exact timing or figures. Always cross-check your information with official sources and avoid making big financial decisions based on rumors. If Iraq does move forward with the revaluation, the impact won't just be local, it'll be global. A stronger dinar could boost Iraq's role in international trade, attract new foreign investors, and strengthen the region's overall economy. It could also inspire other countries with undervalued currencies to pursue similar reforms. Of course, such a massive shift could also bring temporary challenges, like adjusting trade balances and recalibrating oil contracts. But overall, analysts believe it would be a net positive move for Iraq and for global markets alike. Behind all this news are real people, families who invested years ago, hoping to see Iraq rise again. I know one man who bought dinars 15 years back as a small investment for his family's future. Through all the ups and downs, he never gave up hope, not because he was chasing a quick profit, but because he believed in Iraq's long-term recovery. And stories like his remind us that this isn't just about money. It's about faith in a nation rebuilding itself. So what's the smart move now? Be patient, stay realistic, and remember the golden rule: only invest what you can afford to lose. Read official sources, stay grounded, and don't let the excitement cloud your judgment. Even if the RV happens, it might unfold gradually rather than overnight. Let's recap quickly. Iraq has made huge progress: banking reforms, rising oil strength, political stability, and growing international confidence. While no official rate or date has been confirmed, the foundations are stronger than ever before. This could be the breakthrough moment the world has waited 2 decades to see. Whether this revaluation happens tomorrow, next month, or next year, one thing's certain: Iraq is closer to financial transformation than at any point in its modern history. The pieces are finally coming together. If you found this update informative, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Iraqi Dinar for real-time updates, expert insights, and breaking news on the RV story as it unfolds. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this long-awaited breakthrough is finally happening? Or is there still more waiting ahead? And one more thing, if you want to stay updated with all the latest dinar developments, visit dinaropinions.com. It's a great resource where you can find the latest news, analysis, and guru updates all in one place. Thanks for watching Iraqi Dinar. Stay hopeful, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video with more breaking updates on this incredible journey 20 years in the making.